Hyderabad Metro Rail project, by and large, you're familiar with. It's going on at a brisk pace. In phase 1, we are covering 3 corridors, 72 kilometers. Miapur to LB Nagar is corridor number 1. As you're aware, this is the busiest part of Hyderabad. In the absence of rail transport, Hyderabad basically grew along National Highway number 9. This is Miapur to LB Nagar. It's 29 kilometers. Practically every kilometer on an average there will be a station, so there will be 27 stations. We are going for the latest technologies. In terms of technologies, we have studied, there are about 200 metros in the world. We have studied all the metros. We have taken the best features of different metros. Every metro made some good features and every metro made some mistakes. We have the advantage, latecomer advantage, so we are trying to avoid the mistakes of the other metros, and we are taking the good features. That's how we are trying to build one of the best. In terms of technology, many of you would have heard, actually for the first time in the country, we are bringing in what is called CBTC, that is communication based train control system. This is radio based communication. Even no other metro, seeing us, now Delhi Metro next phase, they are going for this. This practically gives a theoretical headway or frequency of 1.5 minutes. Every 90 seconds, if you want, we can run a train depending upon the patronage. So initially it will be 3 minutes to 10 minute frequency during peak hours, and later we'll keep on increasing it, the frequency. Second corridor is Jubilee bus station to Falaknuma. This is 15 kilometers. There are 16 stations. This basically connects the newer part of the city, Secunderabad, via Secunderabad railway station. We go to the old city, crossing Musi river. Third corridor is Nagol Shilparamam corridor. Starting on the southeastern part of the city, we go to the northwestern part of the city. The middle classes, which are basically in Secunderabad area, every day, see, with increasing prosperity, ITS industry, many of them are using cars. That's how this entire corridor via Begumpet is getting congested. So we have added this. So practically all parts of the city will get connected in phase 1 itself, and the extensions will be in phase 2, which I'll broadly explain. We are aware that metro alone will not solve the traffic problems of the city. What is required for the city is a seamless travel facility. When you start from your home to reach your destination, you should not require to use private vehicles unless and until you achieve this. The congestion in the city will not reduce. So for that, intermodal interchange is the most important thing. So what we are doing is, we know the main rail stations in Hyderabad, then you see that is Secunderabad railway station, Nampally railway station, Begumpet. These are the 3 important main rail stations. We are giving connectivity to that, and I will show in the next one. Similarly, all the major bus depots we are giving connectivity, MMTS stations we are giving connectivity, and we are also going to run feeder buses. So we have identified there are going to be 66 stations at 63 locations. 3 are joint stations. At all these stations, we have identified the traffic catchment area. For every station, on the right side, there will be about half a dozen to 10 colonies, and similarly on the left side, there will be about 10 colonies. So this entire colonies, we have identified as the traffic catchment areas. There will be continuous merry-go-round bus movement. Feeder bus services will be there of different types, big buses, smaller buses, etc. So this keeps on making trips. Every few minutes it will touch the metro station. One gets off at the metro station. The main journey is by the metro station. Again, when you get off to go to your destination, there are different. One is the merry-go-round buses will be there. We're also providing bicycle facilities. We're providing a lot of other things so that seamless travel facility will be available. We are also looking at this project as an opportunity to redesign Indian cities. As you know, most of the cities in the world, actually, they are initially built for cars. This is a mistake most of the Western cities have done. Unfortunately, instead of learning the mistakes from the Western cities, we are also repeating the mistakes. We need to avoid the mistakes of other cities. So you have to we are making use of this opportunity to redesign Indian city, an Indian city like Hyderabad, as a people-friendly green city, trying to reduce the carbon footprint in the city. This concept, I call it Transit Plus. A lot of emphasis is given, other than the metro, the feeders that are required for the metro services, the non-motorized transport that is required for the metro services. This is how we are developing this. We have picked up different concepts from different cities. I'll explain broadly, I'll show you the things. And our stations are eco-friendly, quite eco-friendly when compared to road. Rail is 5 times more energy efficient, and when compared to underground, elevated is much more energy efficient. And within elevated metro stations, if you make these stations with natural ventilation, etc., the carbon footprint you can further bring down in the city and you can reduce the pollution levels. This is how we have gone for carbon footprint reduction facilities, including our braking itself is regenerative braking. 25% of the energy will be fed back into the system the moment you apply these regenerative brakes. This is how actually we are making Hyderabad a futuristic city so that people can live comfortably. All over the world there is what is called better air quality BAQ movement. Whichever city we know, we are in post-industrial era, the basic generators of wealth are talented and creative people. All of us belong to the service sector, and we cannot be attracted by simple tax or duty concessions. We will be attracted by whichever city that offers better facilities, whichever city that offers better living conditions, whichever city that offers good air quality. This is how you have to make Indian cities futuristic cities. This is how we are attempting this. As a part of this project, we ourselves are roughly spending about 14,000 crore rupees on the main part of the project, and another 2,000 crore will be invested by state government in terms of acquisition of land, providing all the facilities which I am talking about, the feeder buses, etc., and utility shifting. That apart, there is a substantial property development component which I will show you how we are going to develop the property as a part of the metro project. So with all these, about 20,000 crore direct investment will be pumped into Hyderabad in the next 5 years. As a result, we expect another 30,000 crore investment in different related sectors. As a result, roughly about 50,000 crore or $9 billion investment will be there in about a decade to come as a part of this, as a result of this project alone.